welcome to another Watch the Process art journaling video. This one's a little different as it corresponds with the original documented life project. Now, whether you're participating in the project or not, you'll still benefit from the video and me showing you some things and techniques and ideas. But I wanted to let you know, since I reference it, that it's part of the first lesson in the new year 2015. Now, we're going to be using the Dilutions Journal by Diane Reevely, and it's by Ranger. And I love this journal because it's a good size. It's about 9 by 12, but it also has alterable covers, and the paper is really nice. It's a sewn journal, so the pages are stitched, and when you open it, it lays flat, which is really cool. I really like working on flat pages. And the paper takes a lot of different media, and so I'll be using a lot of different things on the pages as we go through the year. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the video, and if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks a lot. In this lesson, we're going to be using book paper for the blank page, how to approach the blank page using book paper. Now, I'm going to expand on this a little bit because there's so many different types of books, but there's lots of options for paper. Now, I'm trying to stick with neutral. So I've made some selections, and I'm going to run through some of the ideas. Everything from envelopes, drafting paper, old calendars. Joss paper is really nice if you have an Asian market near you. These are wonderful to use as well. Here's an old, this looks like one of those old checks, old draft checks, library cards. This one's from it's a book paper, but it has lots of numbers on it, which I really like. I'm not sure exactly what kind of book. Maps have some nice text on them. Games. Here's a Yahtzee scorecard. That's paper. That's got some cool things on it. And here's a receipt, an old receipt done on paper. Ledger paper, of course. We love ledger paper. More book paper. This is from a dictionary. Here's a prescription slip from a doctor, prescription label. Also, don't forget about catalogs. They may have some colored pictures in them, but sometimes they have some great headlines that you'll see. And depending on which kind of catalogs you have, you can pull some text and some things from catalogs. So don't discount those as music. Sheet music is great from songbooks or from larger sheet music pagers. Some old book paper that's kind of yellowed. These are really nice. I already said envelopes for the writing, and then handwritten letters are a great option as well. So how would you use these to approach the blank page? Well, there's lots of ways to do it. Sometimes if I'm not sure, I'll just tear pages out and I'll just glue them onto the book paper. You could do an entire sheet all at once and make it really easy on yourself, and you can just glue this down, and then you're completely ready to start. So that's an option. Or you can do little bits and pieces of the papers where you can tear pieces off, and then just start collaging them and creating, different layers on your page. So that's another way that you can do it, where you just completely cover it with small pieces. You can also do them in quadrants, where maybe you're only doing several. This would be a quick and fast way, which is the way I'm going to do this particular page. This would be a quick way to add the paper to your page, and you wouldn't have to be spending too much time thinking about it. So what I'm going to do is just cut some papers, and it's okay if they overlap a little bit, and then this way I can just put them on and layer them and just have my pieces ready to go. So basically, to overcome that blank page, just think about paper and what you may have in your stash, and then just add those onto your page. And I think I can get one more here at the bottom, and then that will give me just what I need to get started. I think I'll try this music. And that should go nicely there. So I think this works nicely, and it just gives me the base that I need to start. And I'm going to use a glue stick to apply these different paper elements, and then I'm going to go into actually completing my page. The theme for this obviously is book paper, and the journal prompt is being your own goalkeeper. So my idea is to complete my page, and then I'm going to add an element, a tag here, where I'm going to have a flap that's going to go up, and I'll kind of figure out how I want to do this, and then I'm going to kind of hide my goals for the year. I like the idea of I'm my own goalkeeper, so I'm going to be keeping my goals and I'm going to keep them hidden. So I'm going to put them kind of under the tag so that they're not really visible, but they're there for me to reference later. So that's kind of the idea that I have. So I hope you enjoy the process, and if you have any questions, just let me know, and I hope you enjoy. My goals journal page is all finished. I hope you enjoyed watching the process. I attached a little piece of sari ribbon here to the flower at the end of the tag to create a flap that'll lift up. And then underneath, I just stuck some stickers down, some number stickers, and drew some lines. And here's where I'll write my goals. And so they'll actually just be tucked away underneath my tag. So this is ready and I'll write those in later. So I hope you enjoyed that. And then I also want to show you what I've done on the other side. This is more for me to keep record of some things that I like and to keep just notes. Basically, think of it as sort of like a workbook where you're doing your art and then you're taking notes. So what I decided to do is, rather than do 2 pages, I decided to add in my book papers and more. And I just cut out little squares of each of the types of papers that I talked about at the beginning of the video. And then that way, it's just sort of a reference point. And I actually really like just kind of the way it complements the page. So this way I can kind of just keep track of various papers and things that I want to use. So that's also something that you could do as you're journaling. You could use your other side of your page more for note taking and for documenting. So anyway, if you have any questions, let me know, and thank you so much for watching.